So, good morning, everybody. I'm so happy to be here. And thank you for this wonderful opportunity. I thank Ms. Pravina for giving me this wonderful opportunity again. And I am teacher Gnana Soundari, and I'm thrilled to have you here. So, today I'm going to share with you that 10 high impact teaching strategies that every English teacher should and must know. So actually, these are not just an opinions or a passing trends. They are grounded decades decades of cognitive science, classroom research, and the real experience of successful language teachers from all around the world. So I would like to share these strategies, what actually I am using it, because alongside I'm also researching that how what are the strategies that can be so useful for all the teacher without putting too much of pressure. Because as we all know that we are in rush that we have to complete our portions, we have to assess our students, also we have to improve their communication skills, grammar skills, and everything altogether. So I would like to share that what am I doing in my class? Just a kind of, I'm not going to add any workload for my teachers because I'm being a teacher, I know that. So today I'm going to share you all these 10 strategies, which is going to really helpful for you. And what's the best part is every strategy takes less than 90 seconds to understand, also to apply in your classroom. So I'm moving with yes, what are we going to cover today? It's all about we are going to reflect our classroom. A moment, we are going to take a moment to think about our previous class, and we are going to see what are all the 10 strategies and the research-backed methods with real classroom examples, live classrooms to make our classroom so lively, and live activity. Hands-on practice with a strategy you can try just the next class. And a big three action plan, which is the most from this 10 strategies, what is the top three strategies that you can use? And yes, start completing with a questionnaire session. And think of that. So before starting my webinar, I would like to ask you a question. Like, so think of your last session, what you have taken in your school, the last session, the last class. So think, just give a moment and ask yourself the question: was your student listening to your class? Or were they engaged with you genuinely, whether genuinely engaged with you, or just they attended the class, right? So there is a vast difference between attending the class and engagement. I hope that you can understand. Every student can attend your class, but engaging is somewhat different. So I want you to think about your last classroom, last session, about whether they have engaged with you. So today's session is going to be like learning those strategies, which is actually going to help you and reduce your pressure. I know that we have to complete the portions, we have to assist the students, we have to prepare the question papers, we have to give hands-on practice worksheets, activity, and everything. I'm not going to add any workload, but I'm just going to help you with just I'm what are the strategies that I'm going to teach you today? You're going to replace with your older methods. Simple, that's all. So we're starting with strategy one. So what is our strategy one is like already in our previous webinar we have seen about Krashen's theory, right? Again he is coming here, comprehensible input. I have a question for all my teachers, like whenever we are framing the question papers or whenever we are framing the worksheets, what we used to do, either we take the question paper tough or we make it as easy, right? So what Krashen's theory is, what is comprehensible input is all about, what are the grades that you are handling? If you're preparing a worksheet or if you're preparing a question paper, you're not supposed to make it too tough or make it too easy. Instead, what you should do, just slightly above their level. Prepare the question slightly above their level. Because if you're keeping a test or if you're assessing our students, for what purpose that we are conducting an examination and test to check their level. So if you're giving the question paper in a very easy way, they are able to attend all the answers, that's fine. And they are able to get good marks. But if you're setting the question paper very tough, because we have to understand the children, that from the children's side we should understand them, they are not able to attend that much tough questions and that much rich vocabulary. You don't want to give a rich vocabularies, don't do that please. So instead what we can do, whenever we are assessing a student, what is our one goal is like our child should learn something from that worksheet or from that question paper. They have to learn something. For instance, I am giving a reading comprehension regarding any common topic. I am giving you a reading comprehension. What is my goal is like my child should learn something from that which is what I have given for them. Right? So this is the first strategy, comprehensible input. So I want you people to take the question paper or the worksheet slightly above their level, not too easy, not tough. Why it works? When students understand most of what they hear or read, for example, 95%, their brain automatically learns the remaining 5%. You can see here that. So 95%, what they hear, if I'm teaching in the class, what they hear, what they read, from that, if they are able to understand, and their brain automatically learns the remaining person. For this, what you can do, play an audio clips in the classroom slightly above the student's current level instead of asking. So if I am teaching a paragraph for my children, what we used to do, summarize a paragraph, what I have taught you right now. So don't do that. Instead, ask them, what three words did you almost understand? What I have, now I am playing the video for you. So like slightly above their current level, asking the question, what are the three words did you almost understand, and which in which place that you are not able to understand? That is a question that we should ask. And here you have a project like frame a question as a normal BBC learning English, a normal BBC English for perfectly calibrated input. And second strategy, spaced repetition. I know that it's a bit tough when we want to teach vocabulary for students. Very important. Vocabulary is very important for each and everybody, right? So, as a teacher, where we are getting lost when we are teaching vocabulary is, for example, I am an English teacher. I am giving all the vocab every day. I'm telling my principal or my coordinator, ma'am, I am giving every day a new word. Just like it's if it is a Monday, today I'm giving a word, I'm giving the meaning, I'm giving a definition, usage, real life examples. Yes, I am giving every single day. I am introducing a new vocabulary to my child. Okay, fine. Are you revisiting that vocabulary? If I'm giving it on Monday, are you again asking that vocabulary? Are you discussing that vocabulary with your children? This is where we are getting lost. So the best method for teaching vocabulary is if it is a Monday. So Monday I am giving five vocabularies. I am giving five vocabularies. So after that, after Monday, what I should I'm teaching the meaning, the definition, the examples, how to use, and Wednesday give a quick quiz on it. Use Google Forms, okay, or any worksheets that you can use. Make a quick quiz on Wednesday. Revisit the vocabulary. If you're teaching the vocabulary, kindly again recall it. Recapitulation is very much important. What where we are getting lost, we are teaching everything. I am telling you, teachers are the wonderful person. Every teacher is so innovative. They are so smart. They're very intelligent. They can find superb solutions. Good. But where we are getting lost is like I want you to teach in a smart way, not in putting too much of hard work. You're telling every day I'm teaching a vocabulary, every day I'm giving a new word, every day I'm when we are teaching a lesson, for instance, when every teacher, every English teacher is teaching a lesson, no, that time, for example, I'm reading a paragraph, I'm just explaining the paragraph, and I'm making my students to underline the word and write the meaning about that word. So our whole textbook looks like your child has written all the vocabulary. Okay, that's good, well and good. My question, are you revisiting that vocabulary? Are you making a quiz on that vocabulary, what you have taught in the first prose or the poem? And that is where we are getting lost. So please follow this method. Day one, new word. So here, forgetting the k. So day one, you are introducing the five words, right? And day three, make a quiz. Day seven, make them to make a sentence or any kind of a story. Or day 21, let them to introduce or write that word in an essay formation. That's all, very simple. Introducing a new word and making a quiz using Google Forms, and require ask them to use it in an essay in their regular conversation. And one more thing, if you want to introduce a vocabulary to your child, because we have to use that vocabulary in front of when I am speaking with my child, I have to use that vocabulary. If I'm frequently using that new word with them, automatically they'll start to use with us. That's also best part. And what is the next one? Socratic seminar. Strategy three is all about Socratic seminar. So, for example, if I am teaching a lesson, it's a kind of a lecture method. Every teacher used to, we have to complete our portion, I can understand. But still, I'm taking a lesson, we will be taking a lesson for about 2 days, like or 2 periods or 3 periods we take to complete a whole course. And what we do, I just introduce the topic and I discuss with my people, and I start to give explanations on what is in that content and what is the moral of the story and the new vocabularies, everything. I have finished my lesson. That's all. No, it's not going to work out. What can be the best part is Socrates seminar. Here, you have to understand I am not adding any workload for you. Instead, I am asking you to replace the old methodologies. Simple. So, make your student to sit in circle, discuss in English. Like the teacher only asks. So, for example, once you complete your lesson, if you have 15 or 20 minutes, what you should do? Don't sit along with them. Step back. Give a topic to your child, kind of a seminar method. So you can choose like we have non-detailed, I think so. If you have non-detailed lesson, so you can choose that lesson, which can be very easy for students to do a seminar for the discussion like that. Or you can give any new topic like should phones be banned in classrooms? So which the hot topic like AI versus human. You can give such kind of a topics for them, which trigger them to talk, right? So what I should do? I'm a teacher. I have given a topic for my students for the Socrates seminar. I'm making them to sit in a circle. As a teacher, I just want to throw a question. I just started. I triggered the conversation, and I have to step back. I'm stepping back and I'm seeing, I'm watching, I'm listening them how they talk, how they are having a debate, how their conversation is. So this is the thing what a teacher should do. Like, please don't take your too much of time for your lecture. Don't do that. Make it as a student's time. Put the load on the students. That is the important thing. Shift the cognitive load to the student. Teacher. Teacher should stand aside after asking the question, after giving the topic. Just watch students when they lag, when the conversation is going on, when they are discussing together, when they lag or when they stop, that time again re-enter and trigger any question. Just give any question, trigger the conversation again, and again step back and listen to them. This seriously help for your child to improve their communication skills and the stage fear and the conversation grammar, anything. It comes under like listening, speaking, grammar, everything comes under this. So I would like to follow this for the next class. Okay, fine. What is your strategy for? Fine. The strategy for is dictogloss. So what is dictogloss? It's all about reading a short paragraph twice. Okay. So I actually in the college class in the colleges, no, the professors used to just read the content, students used to take the notes. That should be started in schools also. So what you should do whenever you are teaching something, or just read a short paragraph from the lesson what you have already taken, or any new topic, that's your wish. But take a short paragraph, read it for twice. Read it for twice. Make your child to sit in pairs or groups, no problem. But I'm telling you again, the strategies works only if you're making the child to sit with pairs or groups. Don't let them to sit alone, please. They don't do because they are in need of a help or some kind of. They should make that moment very memorable also. So I request you people that whenever you are making any activity based in the classroom, so please make the child to sit in pair. Make your children to sit in pair or in groups. That goes well. So why it works now? If you're asking me how it works and why it works, when I'm teaching, when I am reading a short paragraph, my student has to take a notes. All my students have to take a notes when I am because I am reading the paragraph already twice, so they will be listening very so keenly. They'll be listening to me, and they have to take out the keywords when I am talking. When I am reading the paragraph, they should take out the keywords what I have read. From that, again, they have to reconstruct the paragraph. They have listened to what I've read and they have taken the key points with the help of the student. Pure, this is a pure learning. With the help of the group people or the one next who's sitting next to him or her. So they work together. They are again reconstructing the paragraph, which is very, very effective. Next time, I want you to please go with this. So, why this method helps? As I said, it practices listening, grammar, speaking, everything at the same time. If you're asking me, how can I implement listening, speaking, grammar at one time? Dictogloss. Okay, read a paragraph, ask them to make a notes, and just ask them to reconstruct the paragraph what you have read with the help of the pen. That's all. So students learn grammar by discussing together with friends. So how we are going to read it like a good paragraph, make them to write the keywords, and they will start to reconstruct. Next, strategy 5, task-based learning. I presume that every English teacher knew this strategy, task-based learning. Very, very, very important. Being as an English teacher, task-based learning is important. So start with a real world task. Every time when we are giving homeworks or any kind of an activity to your child, what we used to do, if I'm teaching a grammar like tenses or adverbs or adjective, immediately the next day I am providing a worksheet, fill in the blanks, objectives, match the following, or make a paragraph, make a 10 sentence of this. That's all. But what I am expecting is like, oh, if you're doing it in such a way, you can't see any kind of an improvement in your child because child they keep on forgetting the thing what we have already taught them. As I said, you in like teaching vocabulary, spaced repetition. So you have to revisit, you have to recapitulate. So you have to come again with them because they are not able to keep everything in their mind. So what is about task-based learning? Strategy 5 is all about if you are teaching any grammar topic or whatever it is, ask them to sit in a group. Okay. Simple grammar and language emerge naturally as students work to complete it. For example, the task is planning a 3 day school trip. Ask them to plan a 3 day school trip based on a budget. Okay. So here they will discuss together. So what should so in here they will be using all the grammar technique. For example, because they need it we need it from the students like they have to learn the grammar naturally, right? So if we are giving in the formation of worksheets, fill in the blanks, objectives, match the following, they are just going to simply match it. They will be writing the correct answer. As I said in my previous webinar, yes, students, the student who is getting 100 out of 100 in language, they hesitate to speak in English. So that is the part here. If you are providing them too much of worksheet like based on objective and fill in the blanks, yes, the student the students are able to fill it up, but are they able to speak? Are they able to implement in their real life conversation? We are teaching English for them to speak confidently. That is our goal. So language acquisition should happen. So for that, you have to assign them a task like plan a 3 day school trip, or you can use any other topic which can make them to be very which can make them very excited to sit and talk and discuss together. So, so they will use when they are discussing together, when they are using this task-based learning, they will use comparatives, yes, and conditionals, yes, also the tenses. So we are going to, what we are going to, we should do this, we should not do that. So they will be naturally they start to write in a proper grammatical way. So this is the next strategy, which is very, very helpful. Okay, so the next strategy is, so strategy 5, again, I'm telling you, the reverse the traditional grammar timeline. Just we have seen. So when I am teaching you the grammar, as I said you in my previous webinar, every teacher is doing that. I'm starting with grammar rules. After completing the grammar rules, definitions, and explanation, jumping into worksheets. After completing worksheets, application task. That's all. So what you should do in strategy 5? Reverse method. Real task first. As I said, if you are teaching tenses, okay, what you should do? If I'm teaching a past tense, I should ask them a question. Where you went yesterday? Okay. What you did yesterday? Did you complete your homework? So I should start with the real life task and need for language and grammar all automatically emerges. We have to make the child to speak. So not like taking 90% of if I am teaching, I should not take the 90% of the class. No, I should not do that. If it is a 40 minutes of the class, I should take only 10 or 15 minutes for teaching. The rest of the time is only for the students. So stop your time. So just reduce your timing and make students to do more work. That is the task-based learning. And strategy 5 is all about flipped classroom. Such an interesting thing. Okay, what is the traditional classroom? I am standing here and my students are sitting over there. I am starting my lecture. I am starting a course, for example. I am teaching a course for my children. I'm introducing the topic. I'm starting with the paragraph, making a child to read. I'm explaining, underlining the vocabulary, explaining the vocabulary. It's all okay. Okay. And what I do, I make the child. If I am teaching grammar today, I make that I'm giving the homework to a children. A normal classroom, a traditional classroom is being like this. So I'm giving every day we are giving homework for children. We are giving homework. Yes. What we used to give? If I'm teaching tenses, I give a homework, write 10 sentences by using simple tense, or by using simple past tense, simple present tense. That is it. Or else, if I'm showing the video, or else I'm telling the story in the class, what I give as a homework, like summarize the video, what you have seen in the class, or summarize the story, what you have heard from me. That is all. We are giving homework. That is good. I am telling you, change the method. For example, instead of showing the videos in the classroom, ask a student to write about that video, what they have seen in the class. It is not going to help. Solo writing will not help because half of the child will not complete that homework. The next day they used to give out normal reason. And I was not feeling well. I went here, I went there. That's all. So what is a flipped method? Instead, send the video. Okay. So send the video to the child to watch at home. They should watch the video at home, any story video, anything, or a reading comprehension, whatever it is, give it to home. Then when they're coming back the next class, when they're coming for the next class, sit make them to sit in pairs or groups and ask them to discuss what they have seen in the video. Even why I'm telling this, even if any child missed watching that video at home, when they are sitting with their peers, they can discuss together. You didn't see the video? Okay, fine. Let me tell you. I have seen this, that they make a notes. Okay, so our goal is to goal is learning. My students should learn. I want to educate my child. Okay. I don't want to push them to come. Don't keep this as a rule. They must complete the homework. No, don't do that. Please, for heaven's sake. Our goal is like my child should learn something. And today, my children has learned something, have learned something. Yes, that should be a goal. So here, you should send the videos or audios, whatever, to home. They should watch it at home. Next day, they should come back, and you people have to discuss in the classroom. That it works well. It really, really works well. Okay. Ask students to write one sentence on the sticky notes. So sit in pairs or groups. Ask to write a sentence what they have learned yesterday. Okay. If they didn't understand, for example, the students didn't understand what they have seen yesterday, use a traffic light signal. Like the green means they should be like, I have understood everything. Yellow means I have a bit confusion, and red means no, I couldn't understand anything, or I haven't watched the video. So these techniques will help. So next time you can use this in your classroom. Instead of giving the homework at home, write 10 sentences, write the summary of the lesson, or make notes on this lesson. No, don't do that. Send everything at home. Let them learn and listen at home. And coming back to the class in front of you, they can discuss, they can talk, they can make a sentence, they can make a summary, whatever. That is our strategy 6. What is our strategy 7? Think, pair, and share. Okay. So what is strategy 7 is think, pair, and share. So here, what is the point is like the simple routine. Okay. So what is the most here I have given you like every student think, speak, and participate. Make every student to engage. I said you in the beginning, there is a vast difference between attending the class and engaging is somewhat different. Okay, I want all my students to engage with me. So not like sitting in the class. If your class is being very silent when you're teaching an important content, they are keenly observing you, it's all fine. But if my class is very, very silent when I am teaching, no questions, no doubts, or no excitements, no smile. If it was not happening, if it is happening like that, so definitely you are getting lost somewhere. So you have to change the methodologies what you are doing right now. So here is think, pair, and share. For example, I am giving a prompt to my children. What is the most important invention in history and why? Okay, give them 60 seconds of silent thinking. Let them think, okay, before parting. This dramatically improves response quality. Let them think, let them discuss, and then they should sit in pair. So I'm telling you again, they should sit in pair. When you're making a group, make sure that you're putting one smart child into it so that he or she will help them. So you're not supposed to make the whole group as the students, those who are learning slowly, na, you should put one of the smart child into that group. This works. The strategy 7 is think, pair, and share. So here, why? Why strategy 7? It's like no test, no reports. Okay, strategy 7 is telling you don't give frequent tests. Children are getting tired of this frequent test assessments. So you know that in every schools, in every classrooms, we have that slip test. We are conducting slip test every week. If I'm completing that one lesson on Monday, I have to wait till Friday to complete to test my child whether she or he has understood. Yes or no? So if I am teaching a lesson on Monday, I'm completing that lesson on Monday, I have to wait till Friday for the test. Don't do that. Every 15 minutes, ask them what they have understood. Don't give a test. Don't make them to sit in a solo way, like write a test, write an exam. So from that, don't assess them by writing a test and no reports. Please follow this one without, because students love it. Like they don't want tests, they don't want reports. Instead, they want to learn. Let's check them. When if I'm teaching a prose or poem, something, in every 15 minutes, I want to make sure that whether they are understanding, whether they are with me, so whether they are really engaging with me. That is the topmost priority. So you have don't keep test like slip test, connecting 10 dictation words or connecting a 10 meaning words, connecting a question and answers, giving questions to answer them, or providing a worksheets or providing assessments. Don't do that. Simple. So 10 to 15 minutes a week spend 10 to 15 minutes a week. Let them sit and let them talk about what they have understood, what they didn't understand. Okay. So this was strategy 7 here. And strategy 8 is
Miss
error
Gnana,
correction.
Miss
Very,
Gnana,
very, yes, ma'am.
sorry to interrupt you, ma'am. Because of the time constraint, we will not have more room for the Q&A round. So if you can conclude it little early. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Thank you.
I am going to complete. That's all, ma'am.
Sure.
Okay,
Thank
thank you, ma'am. So strategy 8 is all about, yes. Strategy 8 is all about error correction via noticing. When we are correcting the error, if your child is speaking with you, a child used to say, I go to the market, I go to the market, I buy this. When they are talking with you, please don't break the flow. Please don't break the confidence. When they are talking with you, please be polite with them and you say like, okay, you went to the market? Fine. Okay, you bought what? So this is a way of correcting. So when the child is speaking with you, please don't break their confidence. Correct them very politely in a very kind way. And collaborative writing, yes, very important. Collaborative writing is all about you have to make them to sit in the pair and student just give one topic to them. Let them sit and write. They can start to make a point. If I'm giving a point like, fine, go with talk about the pollution, talk about the current affairs, what is happening. Let them sit together. They can or talk with one another and they can make a point. That's also one of the very good strategies. And the last and a very important strategy that every new teacher can also do this is a metacognitive reflection. Once you're completing these session, once you're completing the class, please ask a child, write the two things in the end of the classroom. That two prompts should be on your board. Today I found. So your child should say that. Today I found difficult where I found difficult when I am listening in the class. And next time what I should do, what I will try. This should be done by every single teacher after completing a class. Really, I'm telling you, I'm not adding any workload to you, but still I'm making you to I'm telling you to replace your old methodologies. That's all. So what is the three important strategies that's very important is spaced repetition, task-based learning, and metacognition. The high impact. From this 10, the three most important is spaced repetition. Teaching vocabulary, task-based learning is very important. Metacognition. Anybody can do that. So there's a big three one. I hope that you people will be. I'm not telling my teachers to take all those 10 strategy at once. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Take one strategy, 1 week, and see the magic happens. So with this, I am ending my session. And thank you for this opportunity. And thank you for your time and everything. So thank you once again. That's all.
you, Miss Gnana. Can you stop sharing your screen? Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
So, ma'am, you mentioned about 10 strategies. How do you handle
Yes, ma'am.
large class sizes with these methods?
Yes, ma'am. You're talking about which strategy, ma'am? 10 strategies. Okay. For
Yeah,
large
you talked
classrooms,
about yes.
for the large classrooms, I can make like we have to split them into group. Yes, that happens. If a classroom has like more than 50 students, more than 40 students, the easy way to split the students. I have said you like make them into a group and make them to sit in every group. We should have just one smart child to help them. A group and pair methods. So for if there are more than 40 or 50 students, group method is a very extraordinary thing. So for that, collaborative lighting and the task-based learning, these are all the helpful strategies, ma'am.
So you spoke about making groups, right? What's the ideal
Yes.
group size for pair or group activities, ma'am?
For instance, ma'am.
When you are implementing these strategies, you said like you have to make groups, right? So what should be the
Yes.
ideal size of a group?
For example, if they are 40, 50 students, we can make like a 5 or 10 as a group, and we have to have one smart child and one child who is learning very slowly. And like they should sit together, they should discuss. So that will be so helpful for them for example, I'm telling like task-based learning. I'm using the task-based learning strategies. I just divided them into four groups or five groups if they are 50 students or 40 students. I'll put one smart child inside and let them, I'll give a topic and ask them to, or I'm providing the worksheet even. If I'm providing them a worksheet, or if I'm reading a short paragraph, I'm making them to take a notes on it and reconstruct the sentences, what I have said you right now, so they can discuss it together. So that can be a very helpful thing.
So talking about task-based strategies, implementing that, how do you assess individual student progress without traditional tests?
Both are traditional tests for task-based learning. As I said, I have read a short paragraph. My students have taken a notes and the keywords they are constructing. Like, so they are working together in a group. So what I will do, so instead of asking a smart child first, I give importance to the child who is very low. I'll just start with them. Just I have read only the short paragraph, like four or five sentences. We are not supposed to go with a very big paragraphs. So instead of, I want to check each one individually. So I need a time also. So that time I'll be going with four or five sentences of the short para so that they have already reconstructed. So I'll start with the child who is learning very slowly, who is a light blue. So I'll just ask the child how you have constructed this. And with the help of the smart one, they have already constructed. First, I'll start with the child who's learning slowly, and then I'll go with the smart one. So, like in the order. So I would like to assess every single. If I don't have a time again, if my time is running out, again I'll be continuing with the next class. At least I'm spending every 5 minutes. I have a 40 minutes of class. I spend, yeah, I said you like you should take only one strategy in a week, not 10 strategies. If I'm taking task-based learning this week, I have 5 days. So 5 days, I will be having 40 minutes of class. Each day, I can spend like 5 minutes to complete those assessments.
So won't it be a task for you to complete the curriculum, ma'am?
Yes, I said you like it is not added to your workload. I didn't add any workload. So when I am teaching
Mhm.
already, I have to complete my portions. I have to prepare my children for their examination. I am not adding any workload. I am just replacing my methodologies. For example, I am going with the root learning. I am writing the tenses or formulas on the board. I am asking my children to repeat it for 5 times. So I am changing that methodology to those strategies what I have said, So I am able to. So this won't disturb your portion completion now.
You're managing everything in the set time frame. That's really
Yes.
good. So
First, I am
what
replacing the methodologies.
right. What technology tools do you recommend for spaced repetition, ma'am, to implement these strategies?
So for space repetition, basically, you don't want actually in the blackboard itself you can do. So I am not these 10 strategies is not completely rely on the technologies, because if the teacher is not able to use technologies, they can also do it in the board, or else you can use Google Forms, ma'am. For space repetition, you can use Google Forms, creating a quiz and making them to write an essay, just adding that I think vocabulary what they have learned. So basically, these 10 strategies can be done without any technologies, also with technologies. The basic technologies can be very good for Google Forms or any PPTs, anything can be done.
So, what training do teachers need to implement these strategies?
I've already said that every single teacher are wonderful. They are smart enough, but they don't know how to implement this. That's all. Because they're very smart enough. Because we know that we are the noble profession. We are creating all of the profession. So a teacher can do anything. Because they are completing their portions. They are helping with the events in the school, and they are doing every single work. So they are able to adapt anything. The point is they have to the point is they should choose a strategy which can reduce their stress level, which can reduce their workload. So that kind of a strategies that I have given now. So they don't need training. They have to understand the concept. First, if they're entering into the classroom, for example, I am teaching one lesson today. What is my what should I train myself is like I should know everything in that prose, the vocabulary, how that vocabulary should be pronounced, and what is the correct meaning, how that should be used in the contextual. So they should know the contextual learning. So these are all, they don't need much of the training. They have to understand how it works and what is the effect, how effective it is. That is the part they should understand.
So, we discussed about making groups, and you have mentioned that like you will go with the little slow learner and move on to the next one. So, in a group, like it will be a mix of students. How do you prevent dominant students from controlling discussions? Some kids like react very quickly. They're very spontaneous. Some are a little shy, right? So how
Yes.
do you manage them, ma'am?
Yes, I can understand because I am handling with those students. Some students will be like very active immediately before completing the question, they would like to answer. So that kind of students are in every class and every group. So it's like talking with the children. So we have to make the child to understand like the chance will be given for every single child. So that I should set a clear rules when I am doing this task-based learning before starting any activity. I'm telling you, not only for the strength strategies, if any activity that is being conducted by a teacher, you should make sure the clear condition should be there before starting, like a game. So I am starting a game. We are going to play together. You have the game rules. So only if I am asking the question, if I'm naming a child, only he or she should answer. So I'm setting up clear conditions before starting any activity in my classroom.
Okay. So, ma'am, after implementing these strategies with your students, on your students, did you notice these methods improved their test scores?
Yes, ma'am. I have tried. I can say that at least I have seen. Not I can't say like 100% it has shown me the improvement. No, like 20% I have seen. I'm very to be very honest. 20% I have seen the improvement in my child. First thing, the very first thing what I would like to share, they were so happy with the class. They were very happy with the class. They're not getting bored. They're not simply sitting and listening to the lecture what I am teaching. No, not like that. They were very excited. Ma'am, what we are going to do today? So slowly they started to understand the rules I'm setting for the class, the rules I'm setting for the activity. They adapt with that. And also, when they are doing together with the group out there, they are enjoying the class. Also, they are learning. My point is, they want to learn something because when for example, if I'm giving the reading comprehension worksheet like in a group method or in a pair, so I'm giving a topic or content like kind of a general knowledge which they like. For example, I'm talking about the mobile phones or the body system, any organs or the games. I choose a topic which they like. So when they are doing with their peers, so they are learning vocabulary, also grammar, and what I have seen is that writing was improved and speaking was improved. So grammar, like I give more important for LSRW as we used to say, listening, speaking, writing. So this is the first thing. Not grammar is everything of learning English, as everyone know. Like I give importance for speaking first and listening and writing. Yes, I have seen the drastic improvement in writing and speaking well. So what I have seen in writing, they are able to make a very simple sentences like using simple tense alone. I'm not telling about using perfect tenses. No, they are able to speak a basic English language, simple language. So that there I won, man.
Great. Though I wanted to ask you so many questions on this interesting topic because of the time constraint, I will end this session with only the last question. What about the
Yes.
challenges, ma'am? Did you face any challenges? Or you facing any challenges implementing these strategies?
Yes, in this 10 strategies, I face challenge in extensive reading. For example, making my child to read the book like during the classroom session. That is what I'm finding very difficult because I couldn't find time for them to like providing the books. If a teacher would like to do that, I'm just requesting every teacher to do this. In a week, they have to find at least 15 minutes or for example, if I'm teaching a lesson, suddenly my principal is calling, or because of some work, I'm moving out of the class. That time, I can just distribute the books. But the books can be chosen like their favorite. The students should choose their favorite books, not like I am suggesting. We should not suggest any books for the reading for students. We have to make the child to choose their own book. Let them sit and read. So that is the best part because which I am lagging in that part. I'm finding difficult. I'm finding um, I couldn't find time to implement this strategy as extensive reading, make them to sit and read their own favorite books when they are reading it. So I can see that excitement, like they will come and ask you the vocabulary which they don't know. Ma'am, what's the meaning for this? Because they're very interested in the book. Some people may be interested in science. Some people may be interested in stories, fantasies, or horror stories. So they want to because when they're reading horror story books, like a children horror story book, they want to know what is happening the next. So in between, if they are getting doubt in the vocabulary, immediately they'll come to you, they'll ask you, "Oh, what is the meaning of this vocabulary?" This helps. So here I'm finding difficult to make my child to read books during the class session. That's all.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gnana, for coming again on our platform and sharing your knowledge on this very important topic. Before I end this session, anything else you want to mention?
I am so happy. I'm very, very happy. I would like to say again, like, I'm so grateful for you, ma'am, and for giving me this opportunity again. And I can also, because I have joined here also, I can improve my knowledge, my skills by speaking with you, by sharing what are the strategies that I'm using. I'm so happy to share with my teachers because, as I said, that teachers are teaching job is a wonderful profession. We are creating all of the profession. So I would like to share more with my teachers what I am doing, and also I want to reduce their stress level. So this is what my point. I'm so happy for this wonderful session. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so much. It's an absolute pleasure hosting you again. Thank you. I'll end the session now.